What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video here at Chris's MMA Universe. And the main event of UFC 246 and the card itself has just wrapped up not too long ago. And what can you really say about the main event, Conor McGregor versus Donald Cerrone? I mean, that was just a spectacular, phenomenal, flawless victory by Conor McGregor. I mean, that can silence all the people that didn't think Conor had it anymore. Or, you know, is he going to come in here and fight the same? Is he going to be the Conor of old? Is he going to be a new and improved Conor? Is he not going to be able to take on Donald? Now, I know Conor McGregor was definitely the favorite in this fight. Everybody favored him to win. Everybody knew he was going to win. You know, like in their minds, they knew Conor had it, right? So they weren't wrong because he definitely proved it. But who would have thought it would have ended this way? I mean, Conor McGregor just ran Donald Cerrone over. I am not speaking any illness towards Donald Cerrone. How can you not love Donald Cerrone? Donald Cerrone is the guy that will fight anybody, anywhere, anytime, and that's why we love him, right? I mean, he'll fight anybody. He's a game opponent for anyone, one of the best in the world. He holds records that other UFC fighters don't have. You know, he's holding the records. He's holding most bonuses, most finishes, most fights. This was Donald Cerrone's 51st fight. And he got ran over by Conor McGregor. I mean, he got completely demolished. It was Conor McGregor's fight, and it was a very short fight. Yes, it only lasted 40 seconds. But Conor McGregor has been saying it the lead up to this fight. I will be able to beat Donald Cerrone with no problem. He said he can have the flu, meaning Conor McGregor himself can have the flu and still beat Donald Cerrone. Now, he wasn't wrong. You know, I mean, even, you know, the lead up to this fight, like, you know, like the press conference that was on Wednesday. I mean, Conor McGregor took a different approach to this fight. You know, I mean, when was Conor McGregor ever really respectful at a press conference, right? I mean, I know that's what a lot of you guys wanted. I mean, you know, me as a pure fan, I definitely wanted to see, like, you know, like some trash talk, because they trash talked each other. What was it, like 5 years ago, 2015, somewhere around then? And, you know, where Conor McGregor was actually going to move up, you know, for his very first lightweight fight against Rafael dos Anjos. Actually, you know what? Correct. Excuse me on that one, because that was when Conor McGregor was going to unify. It was going to be a unified bout against Jose Aldo. And then, you know, Donald Cerrone was going to fight Rafael dos Anjos. And then, you know, they were doing the whole trash talk. I know all you guys know about that press conference. But this one was definitely a different approach from Conor McGregor. And there's really nothing wrong with that. You know, I know bad blood and, you know, trash talk, it sells the fight a little bit more. But no one really needed to get fired up having to see that, you know, to get fired up for this fight, because this was something so special. This is something that we all kind of wanted for quite a while. I mean, this was in talks in the past. You know, Donald didn't get it. And then, you know, he ended up fighting Nate Diaz instead. And, you know, listen, this just whole thing is just mind-blowing how Conor McGregor just went in here and got it done the way he got it done. Conor McGregor ran through Donald Cerrone. It was such a spectacular victory on Conor McGregor. And honestly, I know this is Donald Cerrone's third loss in a row, but how can you not love this guy? You know, I mean, I'm absolutely positive that Donald Cerrone will be back in there again. I mean, 51 fights. This guy is a veteran and a legend. But Conor McGregor needed this win. Looking at Conor McGregor, he looked phenomenal. He looked like he was in fantastic shape. He looked like he actually went into this 170-pound division the proper way this time, right? The proper way. And this guy is just phenomenal. I mean, this was just a phenomenal victory. I know I keep saying it, but it really was. 40 seconds, under a minute, got it done, and it was just a complete obliteration against Donald. Again, no ill will towards Donald. But, you know, it was pretty much like beginning and ends. Like, Conor McGregor ran in, Donald Cerrone kind of like level changed. It looked like the knee of Conor kind of caught Donald a little bit. I don't really think that really did much, but he did kind of land on him. I think he ended up hurting his shoulder or broke his shoulder. Something happened with it. I don't know for sure. And, you know, what he did was he ended up he was doing shoulder shrugs where he was just, really checking him with the shoulders and actually did damage with it. You know, did like a few of those, 3 or 4 of those, then ended up catching him with a head kick, rocked Donald. Donald was rocked now, wobbly. He ended up getting caught with a left, got dropped, and then that was the begin. That was it. That was the beginning of the end. The beginning was so close to the end. This fight was just so fast. And I don't really want to hear, because I know there's a lot of people who be like, oh, well, it wasn't really a fight. Donald wasn't able to display his skills. This fight was too short. That is the whole point. The whole point is to go in there and get the fight done as fast as you can. That's the whole point. Conor McGregor went out there to make sure Donald didn't have a chance. And that's what Conor did. He went out there. He executed his game plan. He was going to start fast. He met Donald. He ran towards Donald. And it was just the beginning and the end. Like I said, this fight was so short. The beginning of the fight was so close to the end. It was just the beginning. It was Conor's fight 100%. Donald didn't get anything off on Conor whatsoever. And he just got ran through. And Donald admitted it himself. He got, excuse my language, he got his ass kicked very quickly. But Donald Cerrone is so game. He's so tough. He's such a legend of the sport, such an icon of the sport. You cannot help but love this guy. But Conor McGregor, let's see what's next for him. I know you saw Jorge Masvidal in the crowd looking like he was a little impressed by that win. I know Usman was looking at it, yawning, pretending like that's, nothing for him. But if McGregor was to fight Kamaru Usman, there is a huge size difference there. There's a pretty big size difference. Kamaru Usman is so thick, so muscular, so athletic, and his superior wrestling. I don't know if Conor McGregor will be able to beat Kamaru Usman, but he would definitely fight him. That's for sure. And that's another reason why you would have to love Conor McGregor. For a lot of people that don't like him, I know there's a lot of people that don't like him. There's a lot of people that love him, hate him. But love or hate, put all that aside, he would definitely fight anybody, anywhere, anytime himself. So I know he will fight Usman. I know he will fight Jorge Masvidal for the BMF, because I know he said that he loves the idea of the BMF title, but having gold is just, it's much more meaningful being a champion than it is the BMF. But knowing Conor McGregor, he's going to want to be able to challenge them both for both those titles. So let's see. Dana White said if he wins this fight, he'll definitely get the rematch with Khabib if he wants it after the Khabib-Tony. But Conor was saying himself, his theory, and he believes that Tony Ferguson and Khabib will not actually make it to the fight. One of them will probably end up pulling out, because this fight was made 4 times before and it was canceled 4 times as well. So, as history shows it, who's to say that the 5th fight is actually going to be the charm? I'm hoping it is. I'm so hoping it is. I made a prediction video on that as well with Khabib versus Tony. Make sure you go back and check that out. I'm hoping that fight happens. So it looks like Conor McGregor is not only back to his true form, just back to who he was. And like he said, he has TKO victories now. TKO by way of knockout, featherweight, lightweight, and now welterweight. So it looks like he can have anybody he wants right now. Dana White is going to grant him whatever he wants. You already know that how that goes. And, let's see who he ends up choosing to, go up next. I guess he says whichever one comes first. But Dana White was saying Conor McGregor really wanted a rematch with Khabib, and he still does, and he was obsessed over it. So let's see if it goes that direction. If not, Jorge Masvidal is open to fighting Conor. I know that much. Let's see what happens with Kamaru Usman. And, who's next for Donald? I don't know. I know Gaethje's in the mix up there, you know, where Gaethje wanted to fight Conor and, you know, this and that. But I guess we'll see what happens, you know, as the, you know, the words of Dana White, we'll see what happens, right? So I guess we're going to see what happens with Conor. Who does he want next is obviously his choice now. And Donald Cerrone, as far as Donald Cerrone goes, I would love to see him again. I hope he's not done with the sport. I just feel like he's still there, you know? It just so happened that just, you know, it didn't go his way tonight. But if you enjoy this video, make sure you smash that like button. I want to know what you guys think of this fight. You know, what was going through your minds? How do you think it was going to go, you know, as opposed to the way it went? I really want to know what you guys think in the comments. If you enjoy my content, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see all you guys in the next one.